The PlayStation Store is running quite a few sales right now, and in this video, I want to take a look at 10 awesome deals under the price of $10. Now, this is just taking a look at the games under $15 sale, as well as the Essential Pick Save up to 60% sale. Both of those sales are ending on March the 18th, so I wanted to specifically cover those. The prequels and sequels sale is alright. It's not that big of a sale, and that ends on the 24th, so maybe we'll look at it in conjunction with another sale that'll probably go live later this week, as Sony usually does, but nevertheless, let's just get right into it. Starting things off, I want to give a shout out to Dishonored Definitive Edition, which is down to $9.99. This was a game to give you guys an idea of when I played this game. I got this game from Target on the PC as a retail copy. That's how, that's how archaic I am with Dishonored Definitive Edition, or Dishonored 1 when I played it. It was a fantastic game. I mean, I remember spending $60 for the game, and I know that it's not the longest game in the world. You can beat it in around 8 or 10 hours, maybe even faster than that if you really blitz your way through it, but it is such a fun game. Great art style that I feel like has aged really well. Story is solid, and gameplay offers a lot of variety, whether or not you want to go, guns blazing, or you want to go the stealthy route, whether or not you want to find everything in the world. Just an enjoyable game, and for 10 bucks, I think it's a solid pickup. Dishonored 2 is also excellent, so play through this one, then jump onto Dishonored 2, because I thought that was quite good as well. Batman Arkham Knight Premium Edition is $9.99. Now, this is saved 75% with PlayStation Plus, so that should be noted. Batman Arkham Knight is an excellent open-world game. I know some people had their issues with the Batmobile sections, but I still thought the Batmobile sections were relatively decent. I didn't think the story was as strong as Arkham Asylum or Arkham City, but overall, I thought the game was really good. This is one that I've been meaning to do another playthrough of recently. For whatever reason, I've just wanted to play through all the Arkham games again. They're obviously all really good. If you haven't checked out the first two, I would recommend you to go pick up the Return to Arkham collection, and then you can pick up the Arkham Knight Premium Edition for 10 bucks with the DLC. This is pretty darn good.
To the vandals who stayed behind to pick the still warm flesh from Gotham's bones, have your fun. You are under my protection. To the cowards quaking behind the police department's walls, you will not be spared. And to Batman, I have already won.
Next up, we have Final Fantasy Type 0 HD for $9.99. Now, this is one that's a little bit interesting. This was actually a PSP game that released only in Japan, and then, we got it as Final Fantasy Type 0 HD over here stateside. The only issue was it was priced at $60. I mean, a remaster of a PSP game being priced at $60? How could Square Enix get away with that? Well, they were able to do so pretty easily because they packaged this game with the Final Fantasy 15 Episode Duskade demo, and everybody was super desperate to play Episode Dusk at that point, or, I was super desperate to play Final Fantasy 15 any form I could, and I loved the Episode Duskade demo. And they pulled a good old Crackdown on us, if you guys don't know about Crackdown with Halo 3. But Type 0 itself is a good game. It's like a solid JRPG. No, it's not this vast open world or anything like that, but it's got a pretty good story. Love the theme song and the music in this game. I just thought that was excellent. Visually, obviously, it's a PSP game. Go in with your expectations in line. But it looks okay. And for 10 bucks, I think it's a great pickup. $60. They got us with the FF15 demo, but it wasn't a $60 worthy game, but at 10 bucks, it's a quality JRPG that I feel like a lot of people did miss out on.
Make your choice. Will you choose reason or the power of kings?
I will become Agito.
The gears start to turn. One by one by one.
Countrymen, take up your arms and open the path to a new order.
Speaking of quality RPGs, South Park The Stick of Truth is $9.89. This is 67% off. They just had that South Park special the pandemic special, I think it was, that just aired last week, I think. But yeah, so this is kind of timely. South Park: The Stick of Truth down to $9.89, pretty good deal for a game that I absolutely love. Now, this was done by Obsidian, and when this game came out, I wasn't really all too familiar with development studios and how good of a studio Obsidian was. At that time, I didn't even know they did Fallout New Vegas. I kind of just played games as they came. However, leading up to the release of this game, I was like, South Park and a traditional turn-based RPG, there's no way it's going to be good, this is going to be a total meme, and then I played the game, and it was absolutely awesome, and you're talking to somebody that's not a big South Park fan. Like, I watched a couple episodes hammered, but that's about it. That's about all I know about South Park, but the humor resonated with me. I loved the art style, had that level of quirkiness, and then it was just a competent turn-based RPG. It was mechanically well-designed, and just a blast of a game. I mean, if you've never played it, I give it a strong recommendation. Love this game, and $9.89 is a great pickup.
You want to throw down, bro? Prepare to attack from behind! This ends here. Alert, alert, alert! How am I supposed to do all this?
Who's your new friend, Eric?
Shut up, Mom. Not now. Armies of Justice!
Next up, another JRPG, The Last Remnant Remastered for $9.99. Now, this was a game that I played back in 2008 on the Xbox 360, and it's got a pretty different kind of battle system, not your typical, you know, turn-based battle system or anything like that, and it's a relatively challenging game. And I remember playing this game on the 360, man. I was probably like 14, 15 years old, so I was like pretty dumb back then, still am pretty dumb, but I was getting so mad at this game on the 360. I wanted to like break my own legs at some points, but now being a little bit older, being a little bit wiser, being able to play games like this at 10 bucks, I really did enjoy my time with Last Remnant. I actually picked it up right when it came out for $20. That was already a pretty good price, but yeah, if you're into a, you know, JRPG with a little bit more of a tactics-based combat system, I think you'll enjoy Last Remnant quite a bit. This game also had some serious technical issues on the Xbox 360 if you didn't like install the game to your hard drive, and even if you did, it had some technical issues. The remastered version really does add a lot of reprieve as far as that's concerned and makes that a lot better, obviously running on the PS4. But this is a JRPG that gets lost in the shuffle quite a bit. One that kind of just came out on the 360, didn't sell all too well, and then the remastered version kind of just came out of nowhere. But it's a solid JRPG. I had a good time with it. Is it worth $60? No, but at 10 bucks, I think it's pretty darn good as well.
The Conqueror is marching on Selapalais.
No! Why didn't you take her with you?
Terrible things are all the more necessary to remember. You can end this nonsense.
You bastard!
But a mere child you are, Marquis. You see not but what's before your face.
Why don't you journey together?
Deus Ex Mankind Divided is also a great action RPG for the price that you're paying. I mean, truth be told, this was a game that, much like, you know, I was thinking Mafia 3 and this game came out like right around the same time, and I was really disappointed by both games because I just had such grandiose expectations going into both of them. Obviously, you guys probably ain't going into Mankind Divided with the expectations I had, but for $4.49, it's a great pickup. The story, unfortunately, ends a little bit abruptly, and who knows what Square Enix is going to do with the future of Deus Ex. Hopefully, they go back to it, because I think there's still a lot of, you know, unfinished business with Deus Ex in general, and there's a lot you can do with in this story, and, you know, it's a little bit unfortunate. This came out back in 2016. We still haven't gotten a follow-up, but for $4.49, I still think it's great. If you have a way to play Human Revolution as well, if you have a, you know, not even a great PC, you can play it on, you know, a lower-end PC or on Xbox 360, PlayStation 3. I believe it's backwards compatible on X1. Play Human Revolution as well. Human Revolution, I thought, was a tremendous action RPG, and Mankind Divided has the better gameplay, but I did not think the story was anywhere near the level of Human Revolution. Both are great games. Mankind Divided for $4.49 is a solid pickup. That's why I'm mentioning it.
I'm relying on the Tesla's electrified projectiles to avoid any unnecessary deaths. A lack of casualties would be a show of respect to someone like Rooker, and might just convince him to peacefully turn himself in.
Faced with two terrible choices, I choose the lesser evil. I will come with you.
But he and Ark represent just one facet of my hunt for the truth. And I'll need to keep tracking down leads and making contacts on both sides of the law if I hope to uncover the true motive.
Okay, next up, for those of you that want a great co-op game, A Way Out is a great pickup. 67% off for $9.89. Now, it should be noted, you can play this game if you have a subscription to EA Play, but paying $9.89 will let you invite a friend to play with you for free. This is an awesome cooperative experience that is just a great time. A lot of the times, I remember people always talking about, hey, why are there no more good co-op games in gaming anymore? Well, this studio is doing a good job. They're putting out A Way Out. A Way Out was tremendous, and now we have It Takes Two coming out later this month, but A Way Out was a fantastic game. Twists and turns in the story, just a really enjoyable game. Yeah, you can beat it in like one sitting, but it's one sitting that you're going to get quite the kick out of if you're playing with a friend, whatever the case may be. At $9.89, I think this is a really good pickup, and hopefully It Takes Two also delivers, because they are going to really carve out a path for themselves if they're known as this co-op studio, because it's a genre that people want games from, and if they can deliver another high quality one, that's going to say a lot. But yeah, south of $10 for that is quite good.
I was convicted for the murder of my own brother. I'm gonna set things right. For me and for my family. Did you hear about the weather?
I did.
It's our window. We'll leave tonight.
Here we go! Hold on right there!
Everybody stay calm.
Right ahead!
Please send an ambulance.
Start talking! Stop it, man!
Rayman Legends, if you're a platformer fan, no question, $4.99 is a bargain deal on this. I loved Rayman Origins when that came out, and Rayman Legends was just better than that game, so that says quite a lot. Visuals are excellent, platforming gameplay is great, and for $5, this is just an excellent deal. Ubisoft, come on, where's another Rayman game? Rayman Origins and Legends were so good. Want to see more Rayman in this traditional sense, and I think there's a market for it, but $5 for Rayman Legends is fantastic, so definitely do pick that up. Next up, Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen, $9.89. Another game that was so great on the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360, but was hampered by technical restrictions. Obviously, those handcuffs do come off on the PlayStation 4 to an extent. I mean, to a pretty good extent. It's a challenging game. Sometimes you see some comparisons to Souls. Definitely has a lot more to offer than just a Souls comparison, but a quality game. The only thing that I did not like about this version is they took off the theme song. That theme song to the original Dragon's Dogma was so freaking good, and I remember the first time I booted this up, I was like, where is it? Where the hell is this Dragon's Dogma song? And then it wasn't there. And all I was thinking was, you can't do this to me right now. But obviously, that's not going to be an issue to the majority of people. $9.89 for Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen is quite good, so go check that out.
It was a fine scrap, if I may.
Strength in numbers, Arisen.
Goblin!
And lastly, Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag is on sale as well, south of $10. I mean, I talk about AC4 quite a bit. You know, I kind of talk about AC4 with the rationale that everybody's played this game, but then actually thinking about it, this game came out all the way back in 2013. It was a PlayStation 4 launch title, and yes, time has flown by, but I was literally in my teenage years when this game came out, and that's kind of insane to think about, but I'm sure there's a large audience that has never played AC4, and if you haven't, highly recommend. It is an excellent, you know, open-world action-adventure title. Edward Kenway, I know Ezio gets all of the recognition as an awesome AC character, and he is, but Edward Kenway is freaking awesome too. He's hilarious and a great anchor to this story. Would have loved to see them do more with his story. Alas, that didn't happen, but AC4 itself is a great game, and I would strongly give it a recommendation. The Gold Edition is great as well. That's 15 bucks, so a little bit more expensive, but you do get some additional content, so check that out if you're interested.
An easy life.
Now your courage terrifies empires.
If a man plays the fool, then it's only fools he'll persuade, but appear to be the devil. And all men will submit.
And kings and queens curse your name. You defy them by living free.
But that's going to wrap up this one. Again, tons of great deals available. I'll leave links to everything in the description box down below. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. And thank you for watching, and goodbye.